Hi, it's Johan. We're at VMware Explore 2022 in Barcelona. I'm at the show floor, and next to me is one of my favorite people working at VMware. It's Jack Madden.
You're far too kind. Thank you for having me today.
Jack, first of all, how are you?
I'm good. It's day one of the show. We've had our announcements out. You can go read about them on the blog. We had our solutions keynote. So all of the big exciting stuff has happened, except I will remind everybody to come to Sean Bass's What's New in Anywhere Workspace overview session at 10:30 tomorrow morning for anybody that's here in Barcelona, and recording online sometime soon after.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely going to be there. So today we had the solution keynote, and the main topic within the solution keynote was the autonomous workspace. It's the North Star, it's the direction that VMware is heading to. And there were a couple of different announcements that I would love to have a conversation with you about. So first of all, DEAM, Digital Employee Experience Management. There were some new features announced around that. Could you explain to our audience what those announcements were?
Yeah, absolutely. And by knowing that it's Digital Employee Experience Management, you're far ahead of a lot of people. We do have a lot of acronyms, especially the old desktop people that also know DEM for the Digital Environment Management. But yeah, so today what we very specifically announced is coming support for Digital Employee Experience Management on unmanaged and third-party managed Windows 10 devices. So that means that we're decoupling all of our monitoring and measuring and analytics on Windows devices. We're decoupling that from UEM. So that means that you can use it across any device in your organization. If, say, your mobile team has been using UEM and DEAM and loves it, but you have a separate team doing the desktops, or there's a separate tool for the desktops, and you're not quite ready to migrate to modern management, it gives you that consistent visibility into that experience.
Even in Horizon.
Yeah. That's something that we announced a while back, and then our experience score for Horizon was a US announcement. Now, one thing that many people might get confused about or might not be clear is the difference between DEX and DEAM. So DEX, Digital Employee Experience, not only is the industry term, but it's the term for our solution, which also includes Intelligent Hub, Assist, a lot of the experience features, DEAM again as well for that measuring of experience. Now, DEX, we've had many of the components like Assist across managed and unmanaged and virtual devices, Intelligent Hub across unmanaged and managed devices, mobile, desktop, access to virtual desktops. And so now DEAM is another one of those components in the Digital Employee Experience Solutions portfolio that is now we're lighting that up in another location. So it's just becoming broader and broader.
Yeah, that's really awesome. And I think where DEAM starts is within the autonomous workspace, you want to measure, but you also want to act, right? So if something happens, you want to autonomously act on a problem or a challenge, so something happening on a machine. So one of the remediation related solutions that we saw, for instance, or security related solutions, was also the integration with MTD. So mobile threat defense is part of Workspace ONE Intelligence, of the Intelligent Hub. Could you explain what MTD does and how it integrates in the overall autonomous workspace?
Yeah. Well, of course. So the autonomous workspace, we're just using that. We're describing that as our guiding principle.
Yeah.
Autonomous workspace. It's not one particular product. It's a guiding principle, just the way we've had unification and simple automations. Now we have autonomous workspaces as that principle. So of course, mobile threat defense. We're working with our partner Lookout for that mobile threat defense SDK, which is, as you mentioned, it's embedded in the Intelligent Hub, and that means no separate agent to deploy for mobile threat defense, which is a challenge if you're doing a freestanding solution. And mobile threat defense is one of these things that it's a space that's been around for quite a while, but it's been the last 2 or 3 years that we've seen mobile threats, zero-click attacks and things like that coming in the headlines. People have been reading this in the news. Now, what we announced today was that our mobile threat defense offering is expanding to phishing and content protection. And I don't know about you, I don't know how it is for you with your telco in the Netherlands or on your social media accounts, but you know, multiple times a week I'm getting you know, phishing SMS messages and the like. And these are the types of things that I worry about my friends and family clicking on. It's the, you know, your bank says, hey, log in now to verify something. So phishing and content protection, it's a, you know, it's a filtering-based solution that is, you know, looking at, hey, this link that you're clicking, it's not your bank, it's not your company, it's the phishing site. So we think that the response to this is going to be, customers are going to have a very positive response to this, because this, these mobile threats and mobile phishing especially is one of these things that's rising to be really top of mind.
Yeah, and I think one of the misconceptions and one of the great things about the integration of the SDK is that customers actually on the mobile endpoint don't have to do anything, right? So it's part of the intelligent hub. So if you enable it, it automatically shows up on the mobile device.
Exactly. Like I said, no separate agent to deploy. It's an intelligent hub.
Awesome. So one last topic I would like to talk to you about is we saw a couple of really awesome demos of the integration between Workspace ONE Intelligence and Freestyle Orchestrator. So what kind of new features or new innovations were announced from that perspective?
Yeah, so this is a really cool thing. So Freestyle Orchestrator, if you remember from when it was launched, the initial version, it was a part of UEM, and so the workflows, it was, you know, onboarding a device, device management and device-centric workflows, and as a matter of fact, back in the US, we announced the, you know, coming support for mobile devices, again a UEM thing, but this is now with the integration with Workspace ONE Intelligence. Of course, Workspace ONE Intelligence, as we mentioned before, it has, you know, through DEEM, it has visibility into, you know, Horizon, it has visibility into, and integrations with third-party apps via API connectors. So it's really giving Freestyle Orchestrator a much broader purview of where it can take inputs from and where it can affect actions. So this is like really, you know, they say this is what we envisioned from the beginning of it being so broad, covering the entire workspace. So we're very pleased to have that that much broader announcement.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks so much for explaining this to me, to the audience. Have a great rest of the show. So you already mentioned that tomorrow we have to go to the What's New in the Anywhere Workspace session from Sean. Any other sessions you would like to recommend?
Yeah, I would say check out the blog and the session catalog for the lists of EUC sessions. The great thing that we did in the US, we got the session videos turned around very quickly. So by the end of the week, hopefully it goes, if it goes just as smoothly as it did in the US, by the end of the week, those of you at home should be able to see the session videos as well. So
awesome.
I'm excited to see and catch up on all of them as well.
Cool. Well, thanks again. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.